What 4 common snakes are found in Georgia, and if you would put them in the good, I would assume non-venomous, or the dangerous venomous categories, I would love that.
Probably as far as your non-venomous, your rat snakes, your black runners, those are going to be the ones you're going to see the most of around there.
Okay. And are
Whereas
both
your
of
venomous
those
snake,
are both of those black? Is a rat snake black?
some of them are dark and almost look black, but some of them get mistaken a lot of times for copperheads. We see all the time people call in and tell us they have a copperhead and it's a rat snake.
So that means that's kind of a brownish with some copper color on it.
Right.
They've mistaken
Right.
it.
It definitely will be.
So those 2 are non-venomous. And so
Right.
I would assume, because I always hear that the snakes that are non-venomous are actually very good for the environment. So why would those snakes be good?
Well, especially like your king snakes also, which is also a black snake, they will actually go in and kill other snakes. And many times they'll kill the copperheads that are in your yard and take care of the venomous snakes and get them out of there. So if you kill the king snakes in your yard, you'll wind up with copperheads because they'll take over them.
They also, they're great rodent control around the properties. You know, they eat the rats, the chipmunks that are tearing up your driveway. They do a good job. And Cleve, you're not alone. I think there's a percentage out there. I think 60% of Americans are afraid of snakes. So you're right there with everyone else.
What are the venomous snakes that are common in Georgia?
Your copperhead and your cottonmouths are probably some of the most common. Then you have, you do have your rattlesnakes. You have diamondbacks down in South Georgia. Your timber rattles are in North Georgia. Pygmy rattles and coral snakes. As far as up in the Atlanta area, around this area, rattlesnakes and copperheads are the main ones we see.
Really?
Your cottonmouths are going to be more in the southern region.
What's the difference in a copperhead and a cottonmouth, and where would you find each?
Copperhead and your cottonmouth are going to be, different snakes. But the biggest mistake people make is this, the water snakes in Georgia, which are non-venomous, and your cottonmouths in Georgia. They look a lot alike. There's a few distinguishing things to tell the difference in those and the region they're in also.
And a cottonmouth is in the water or near the water. Is that correct?
Right. Cottonmouth and moccasin are the same thing. They are water snakes. But then you also have your banded water snakes, which they look a lot alike. One of the biggest ways to tell the difference is their bands on a cottonmouth or moccasin look kind of digital, like digitized.
Like pixelated.
Oh, pixelated.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. That's what I was picturing when you said that. Yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking about. Rob, what are some of the common places snakes might be found in and around a home? One of the places that one of my workers found one recently was under a garden shed.
It depends a lot on the time of year. Your fall and spring, when it's a little cool at night, they're going to be laying out in the sun trying to get sun. Now, in your summertime, they're going to be in shaded areas and things like that. But one of the big areas people find them is if they had bird feeders out and you have birds out there and you have rodents eating, they're going to be over there hunting those.
You'll run into snakes too. In residential areas, we all have those neighborhoods that have a creek running through it. Maybe you have a creek running through your backyard.
Most of them, right?
Yeah, and especially in the metro Atlanta area, and that's one place where you might run into a cottonmouth.
I would always go get a shovel and decide to finish that snake off myself when I would find one, and I'm betting you that is not the recommended action for someone in metro Atlanta that finds a snake. What do you recommend they do?
So I would recommend calling a professional.
Okay.
We usually, with snakes, we can get out pretty quick. So if you've got one, we try to get out there as fast as we can because those snakes are probably going to be gone by the time we get there.
Yeah.
The one thing that you don't want to do is grab that shovel and get close to it.
Yeah, there you go.
That is how most people get bit.